Good afternoon, everyone. It's Pastor Maureen, and I'm coming to you once again from my office here at the Congregational Church of Amherst United Church of Christ. It is April 7th, Tuesday afternoon, and we are now in Holy Week as we celebrated Palm Sunday this past Sunday. And believe it or not, it has now been a full month since we last worshiped together here as a community. It was March 8th, the last time we gathered together. We had just begun the season of Lent, and we in no way envisioned that Lent would unfold in this way, or that would be celebrating Easter in a much different way than we anticipated. And we are 4 weeks into our social distancing and our stay at home, and as our families are living on top of each other, and nerves are starting to be on edge, and our hair is growing out, and we're trying to find different ways to do the things that we once took for granted, that once were so familiar. And also in our community, as the weather is getting warmer and more folks are outside taking walks or bike rides or just piling in the car just to get out and go somewhere. We are realizing we have different understandings of what it means to stay at home. So there's some tension there. But there's also a lot of joy and a lot of hope that I'm seeing in our community, in our church community, and in our Amherst community, as people are stepping up and donating much needed medical supplies for our hospitals and our healthcare facilities. They're offering to do grocery runs or run errands for those who can't get out. They're organizing little parades or putting bears on their front lawns as a way of entertaining each other, and just a way of getting the kids out in the car and to drive around and see the many ways that we can be neighbors for one another. I also wanted to let you know that we've been getting quite a few messages here at the church from folks in the community who are not connected with our church. We're getting voicemails and Facebook messages from people who are seeing our online worship services or these messages from Pastor Kate and myself, and enjoying them. They're enjoying walking in the village during the day, normally when they would have been off at work somewhere, and they're hearing our bells play on the carillon, the hymns that play twice a day. And they're finding it very comforting and reassuring to have that kind of continuity and that kind of spiritual uplift in the midst of all this uncertainty. So I wanted to make you aware of those messages as well. We are an old church. We've been here for 280 years, if we go all the way back to 1741. But in many ways, we are coming into the 21st century as we are embracing the technology that is needed to keep us connected. We continue to have our online worship services on Sunday mornings, and it is a learning experience for us as we started Facebook live streaming and then ran into some issues there with the connection dropout. So we moved to recording the services this past Sunday, and that didn't quite work out as planned. We were here, Kate and I were here at 7:30 to record that service with plenty of time, we thought, to upload it, and we ran into some technological issues again. So we will iron those out for Easter Sunday and make sure you have an Easter service at 10 a.m. as promised, so we can all gather as a community and celebrate the resurrection together. During this week, we have many other ways for you to connect. Pastor Kate is continuing to offer Zoom office hours on Wednesday and Thursday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And I will pop in for those as well. So just watch for the link in the email, click on it, and join us at any time just to chat and check in. We will welcome to see you there. Our Lenten series continues tomorrow night, Wednesday evening at 6:30 p.m. as we continue to look at Rachel Evans' book, Inspired Together. Gather with soup and bread if you have it at 6:30 for discussion. Come even if you haven't read the book. We have a great time together, and it's a great way to end our Lenten series and season. And as we are in Holy Week, we have a Maundy-Thursday service for you on Thursday evening. We'll be pre-recording that, but it will be uploaded around 7 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube, which is connected to our website, so you can check that out there. We'll have some time of prayerful reflection and scripture We'll have our deacons who participate in our Tenebrae service. If you've ever been to Maundy Thursday service, you're aware that our deacons, as our leaders, will do the Tenebrae, which is a reading of the scriptures that tell the events of Holy Week, the story of Jesus' journey to the cross. And normally we have them seated across the front of the sanctuary at a table, each with a candle in front of them, and they read their scripture piece, and they then put out their candle and get up and leave the table to symbolize the disciples who scattered in fear on that Thursday evening after the Last Supper when Jesus was arrested. It's a very heartfelt story, and it's part of our story, so we hope you can join us on Maundy Thursday. We'll have music for Michael and Wendy as well. On Good Friday, Pastor Kate will have her usual message and another offering for Good Friday, so we can continue to walk in that valley between Palm Sunday and Easter Sunday, which leads us on Jesus' journey. As difficult as it is, we can relate to that journey right now. We've been in it for 4 weeks. This time of uncertainty, of not knowing, of fear, real fear for our lives. So in many ways we can step into that story in a new way. But on Easter Sunday, there will be a resurrection, and we will have a resurrection celebration here in worship. And there will be a resurrection in our church and in our community and in our lives, because there always is. We have a loving and awesome God who always brings new life out of death and destruction, out of uncertainty and fear. So there will come a time when our church will come back to life as we gather together in person, and our businesses and our schools, and we'll come out of our homes and we will celebrate that resurrection in person. But we will do it in spirit this Sunday morning, as we walk to that tomb with the women and find it open and find that hope once again, because it is there. So I invite you to continue to connect with us in these many ways that we've spoken about. Send in your prayer concerns via email, or leave voicemail messages on our phones, or go to our website. We are still sharing those within our community. If you have a need, if you need help with grocery shopping or errands, please let us know. Continue to connect with us and with one another in any way that you can, because we are a people of the resurrection. There's a lot of sadness around right now, but there's also a lot of hope. So embrace that. Embrace this Easter story. So be well, be safe, be good to one another, and God bless.